So when I first, I guess, became homeless 5 years ago, I at least I had some financial support. I had money. I had a little money in the bank. I had people that would help me. So the shock of like no longer having a place to live, like that you can actually say, which hasn't happened. It was over 7 years. That 8 years that I was living, homeless. So like dealing with everything around me, and then trying to express what I needed to express. It was coming through me, channel through me. It was a lot like it was more. I guess it was easier, or is it not even just easier because actually to do it, it's actually it's easier now because it's a straight out feeling. Because now I don't have any support. I don't have anything. I have the money coming in from disability. Once in a while, if there is an odd job, somebody wants to tell me, I'll do it. But it's not anything related to the work that I used to be doing. For 25 years, I worked as part of the corporate America that I now really say like, damn, bad. Supporting it as from clerical all the way up to account manager, and then to programming and application development. Ooh, that day at the end left me like shell shock from layoffs and having from full-time jobs with insurance to by the hour consulting jobs that could or could not last, with no netting other than unemployment, which is a fraction, not a fraction, but it is a much smaller amount, which is what I'm kind of living on now. I mean, in a sense where the whole process of getting a place to live now has gone to this thing. At least in like this area, I guess. I mean, I'm assuming other areas too, unless it's like lower income. I'll rent this to anybody place. But those kind of places, you have to walk out the door. You hear a gunshot, you duck. Kind of thing. It's that's the kind of place that either personally I'm being pushed into. Or I have to risk getting sick again, working a full-time job, so then at the level that needs to be able to afford a place where I used to be able to afford this place 10 years ago. There were apartments around here for $900, $1,000, and you really didn't have to jump through hoops that much. Now it's become a thing. It's quite impossible. So then I support that now everybody's back the way. Nobody sends me shit really. I have to beg people, or I got a panhandle, and all of those things I don't want to do. All those things I don't want to ask anybody for money. I don't want to. But I also don't want to go and do something that I think is completely wrong. And the process is wrong just to get a paycheck to pay for my existence, man. I'd rather be out here, right, and be faced with death every day. Honestly, I'm not saying that I want to kill myself, but I'd rather be faced with death every day because at least that is an escape from this fucking hell that this place has become. And if you don't feel it, this being a hell, then great. You have that money cushion then. Because, right? Because remember, as soon as that money cushion is gone, you're going to feel exactly the way I'm feeling. You understand? This place has become a prison based on money. If you don't have what they need to go get a cup of coffee, I maybe somebody will give me a few more dollars if I beg. Right? If I go there and say, excuse me, I don't have any money, man, can I have a cup of coffee? Depending on the who's on behind the counter, I'm sorry, man, sir, we can't do that. If we do it to anybody, you know, we have to pay rent here too. Or she'll be like, yeah, sure, no problem. Here you go, I'll pay for it. But it's you know, it's up in the air which of the two, and most of the times it's you know, the one that says sorry, I can't be giving everybody free coffee here. Then how will I pay rent? So now this is what I'm stuck with after 5 years. Do I dislike the general public at this point? Pretty much, man. Not because I dislike people. I don't dislike any human being, really, in a sense. But what's been put forth by a small group of people and then ignored and said, okay, what are we gonna do by a large majority of people that can fucking go and change it like that? It's pretty disheartening. Now, I don't know how many of you actually listened to this video and actually heard what I just fucking said. I'd rather be out here, right, facing death every fucking day, than sit in a fucking chair, right, doing shit for somebody else that makes no fucking sense and is a waste of my fucking time. And see, from now until the day I die. Now, 13 years ago, I almost fucking died from a flu shot that I got. Right? So facing like a death thing is pretty like, you know, once you do that shit, you're like, well, should I go back and actually do this shit? Then no, I'm disabled, man. I can't do this work anymore. My brain doesn't work in this way. You tell me to do this and it's wrong in my brain, it says, no, I want to stop. Let's do it the right way and stop wasting time on the wrong way. That's my way. And most of the times, if you're working for somebody, right, with that mentality and with that mindset, you know what happens? You know what happens? You get kicked out into the street again. Because I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm also not trying to hurt anybody that's got money and that's middle class and has a business. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be better if everybody was like that equally? Your body would not function, right, properly. It would be diseased and facing death if it ran the way the civilization runs. This is what I'm saying. Okay, repeat it again. If the body, right. I guess ran itself the way this civilization runs itself, it would be full of disease and be facing death. A painful death, actually. Which is why I call this civilization a sorry excuse for one. God knows, man, you could have done better. You understand? So much fucking better that it hurts when you actually see how much better it could have been. And every day walk out into, what the fuck? Really like, what the fuck? So that's why I was, you know, that's my timeline from like 5 years of being homeless, from like, all right, I think I can do this, to like, what the fuck, man? Go back into that? No, I'd rather stay out here. Maybe I'll get hit by a car. Maybe a fucking lightning bolt will fucking hit me. Well, I'm sleeping at night. I don't give a shit. But it's still better than doing that. Unfortunately, when I say doing that, it's doing what you're doing. And if you can't see that sense of like, well, maybe that is a solution to all the problems, then you're the fucking problem. Do you understand? You guys have a wonderful sunny day. I'll be, in a cage. Anyway, even though it's sunny, but it's still a cage.